What's going on, everyone? It's time for another action sci-fi film review. Today we're actually going to talk about a film called Code 8. It was released December 13th, 2019. It was directed by Jeff Chan, who did films like Grace the Possession, Find Markolov, Operation Killing Field, Plus One, and Float. This had a box office earnings of only $157,000. So this is an interesting little sci-fi action thriller where and it's made in Toronto for all you Canadian ones, right close to where I live. For all you my Canadian viewers, I thought I should point that out. But Code 8 is the story of a young kid who has sort of like mutant type powers, sort of like X-Men style, and the government has been increasing bans on them and preventing them from using them, and he has to use them to sort of help his mom out and tries to work these odd jobs trying to get them, but he keeps getting caught up to using them. So he has to turn to a life of crime with some shady figures to try to help pay for his mom's medical bills. And as he does, they uncover more corruption and the weirdness of the police and what's really going on with the government and the mutants, if you will, in this scenario. Overall, the film had a pretty interesting plot, and it has a pretty cool, interesting narrative. You learn a lot about the characters, that you get to know them pretty well. You stay with them for a while. It's set up more like a TV 2-hour opening episode of a TV show. So you really get to know the characters. They give you enough action to feast your action needs. And overall, I thought the film was actually not that bad. It was better than I was expecting. It does have some cool, more mundane type of powers and stuff, but it takes the realism of superheroes and puts it into the real world, which works. And this is probably how it would actually happen if we had superpowers and stuff like that, like melting our hands through metal and stuff. So overall, I thought it did a good job at predicting that. Now, some of the characters are a little bit paper thin. It gets pretty slow and it takes a little while to get going. But once it gets going, it gets a little more interesting. You can tell they're building up to something bigger. And which sadly, it doesn't really end up like that in the film. But like I said, it's like a TV show. It kind of just builds up to that. So, yeah, it leaves you wanting more at least. Now, this is based on a short, which I've never seen before, but I heard it's really good. So it's good to see how an indie filmmaker would go and make this into something big. And I guess over the last 5 or 6 years, it kind of gained popularity on streaming because Netflix and put money towards a sequel, so we'll be checking that out later. But yeah, Code 8 in itself I thought was decent. It's pretty much a run-of-the-mill action sci-fi thriller, but with some pretty well fleshed out characters. The action is a little tame, but overall, and the effects do look good. The soundtrack's a little standard, and overall the cinematography looks like a TV show. So overall, I give Code 8 a 2.5 out of 5. I thought it was amusing enough, and it had enough there to have a potential to make a franchise. So yeah, but make sure you ring that bell because we're going to be looking at Code 8 Part 2 in the next review. So yeah, definitely going to be checking that out next. So yeah, make sure you tune in for that. But also, if you want to check this Code 8 out, it is on Netflix, so you can check it out there. And make sure you check out but I'll link the trailer down below, so you at least check that out. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram. It's linked down below. That's where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future. All my stories, you put the film title in there and some fun fact thing in there as well. Also, my Letterbox is down below, Daily Reviews. That's where I post my first hour after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below, reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms to loop this channel. Like this video, share it to more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any films or film franchises that you want to end on any streaming service, I want to hear my opinions on the future. Comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. Also, let me know what your favorite Code 8 film is down below. And make sure you subscribe. We'll find some weird, scary, and odd they probably never thought of checking out together, and also show you my opinions on popular films that have come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. But that's it for this one. Yeah, watch out for all those people with these mundane superpowers because they're bound to be out there. You can't just not have anything like that. I'm pretty sure there's some out there that are hiding it. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.